picture. So what does leadership mean to you specifically?
Means what? It's it's management people. Um, it's working hard a little bit more of another.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's great ideas
Mm-hmm.
and like I say, working hard, give example to another. You can management and encourage the people and find each one to position who can help you in different area or different place, wherever is your what you're leader for, like a team or any department in a company, or let's say IT or supervise people. Leaders means it's encourage everybody, so help them to get great result. So it's for me, it's leader.
So quickly, can you tell us your position and what your company is?
My position is like called president, owner of company. Um, what I do is I import products from different countries, actually more from Latin America, Brazil, Argentina, Peru, Chile, Colombia, Guatemala, Salvador, Costa Rica, Mexico, Spain, Dominican Republic. Some focus in health and beauty, like shampoos, cream, body lotion, and I traveling a lot. Also, I create my brand here in USA and Latin America. So my dream is going to sell them our products made in Delaware. So this is what I do right now.
Okay, so here's follows up to the next question. What specifically drives you every day to get up to be a passionate leader?
Well, in my personal example, or what I do, I wake up a little bit like early, sometimes 4, 5, and read, let's say, my devotional, and create my plan for the day, my agenda, review my agenda, and eat my breakfast, and I have to go with my plan in my brain and say, I don't want to spend or lost my time with the people, on the aisle in my office or even the warehouse. People, a lot of people cry and say, hey, I have this problem. And my weekend, I say, well, can you tell your boss, and your boss can tell me, and focus in my plan, in my agenda for the day, so avoid my time with another people. So I think it's a great result for me to prepare before to go to the field, to the work. If not, maybe I can go on the way and someone call me for, hey, I need this something, and drive and go back and do something like that. So, but I'm focused on what I do.
So what goes through your mind when you're under pressure and try and make the right decision? Like, what goes through your thought process when you're under pressure and have to make a quick judgment decision?
Well, that's a good question.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah, I know.
So, yeah, something happened. I take my, let's say, for a few minutes, separate within, people, and breathe and thinking what is the best decision. So just say, let's do it this way, and whatever's happened, we have to take that decision.
Okay, so the next question is, how do you demonstrate gratitude to your team? So if let's say your team does something very good, how do you show them that you're very gracious of them?
Well, it's easy when you working with your passion. Everybody see you, you like what you do, and you encourage to another and say, hey, let's go and do it, and let's do something else, or let's go early today, maybe half hour, and can we do that? And something, that helped me to get the people, get the focus on what you do, what is your passion, what is your vision. So for me, it's that, encourage them.
What qualities would you say define a good leader?
Quality?
Yeah, like what qualities you think are most important to be an effective leader? Between like being passionate or
I mean,
courageous?
discipline, it's important. Leaders, it's have to be there on time. Characters, it's another, which, when the people tell you bad thing from you, or hey, something about your I don't know, your hair, or how you have your shoes or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you literally have focus on what they do, just not hearing with another person, other people, and angry with that. Something.
What question did you ask? I just made my own. Oh, okay. So, can you give us an example of a personal experience of a moment that you displayed courage in the company? Like a hard decision or something like that, maybe?
Well, I mean, for me, when I have to take a decision to go to get another big customer, they want to, let's say, in my experience, some customers say, hey, I'm gonna open like 4 store, but the first order is free for the first order, and wow, I say it's a lot of money, and how I can get that, and but this is a big decision, and I have to work in numbers, and I have to see around if this store is okay for investment. Say, okay, I can do it, and I can, business get return in 1 year or 6 months or 2 years. So that for me that's a big decision. Or hire someone, it's another big decision.
How do you balance the needs of yourself as a leader and the needs of the team as a whole?
uh, what is the balance in
Yeah, the needs. So how do you balance like your needs as a leader, so the things that you need, and then the needs of your team, so from your workers or your people who work for you. So how do you balance your needs and their needs as a leader?
Um, well, it's like we have to have a balance in our life. Like say, what you eat, healthy or junk food, and the same thing in your family and how many or how much time you spend with them. Is quality is good or great time we spend them, and the same thing with your team. So depends and just say the people. Um, I don't know how to say that. Obligate them and say do this instead of encourage them and help them to get what you wanted. And in my personal life, I have to take a decision if I'm gonna open another business, another place. I had to get the numbers. I had to, it's good for me. It's good for how much I'm gonna spend if this is on my budget, and it's helped me to um, you know, I don't want to lose good time with my family to open another company, another state, or another country. So it's balance for me. It's not.
Um, so this might take a while. So how did you earn the position you are in now? So it's kind of like how did you work from where you started as younger and then work up to be a president in your company?
Well, in the beginning, I worked in 10 years for another company, and I learned a lot. And I started with on the line and working hard to get in different position in the company in 10 years. So I supervise people there, and I management them, and learn a lot and find an opportunity. Um, so when you work with or when you do with love what you do, it's return a great result. So like in your career, if you love what you do, you get a great result. If you don't want it, if you don't like it, if maybe yes, maybe not. So maybe this is your result. You don't want to like it, but it's happening when you take bad decision later and they invoice to you, and when you see that, you don't want to like it. So
Do you love what you do?
yeah, yeah, I like it. I like it.
How do you measure and judge success? So like what defines success for you?
What means success for
Just
me?
like anything in life, what? So how would you measure success?
I mean, it's like you have a good health, good family. Also, you have money, and you can travel, you can get a vacation. So you have a free time. You can go, um, visit your family in another state or country. So it's success for me, but it's balance in the life. So God is important in my life. So it for me, it's okay. It's important.
So can you tell us about a time in your career where you wanted to give up, but instead you stayed persistent? So you kept trying and trying and trying, even though whatever experience you have, it seemed like you wanted to give up as well.
So
Uh, ¿Nos puedes dar un ejemplo en un tiempo en tu vida, de tu carrera, cuando había algo bien dificultoso en tu vida, que querías dejarlo y ya no intentarlo, pero seguiste persiguiendo ese...
okay. Yeah, I think everybody have a good time and bad time in life. But when you started, like, let's say when you start to go to another work or find another job, or when you start your business, I think it's a hard time when you have to work a little bit more with others. And in my experience, yes, let's say when I started my business, I started to sell books, Bibles, in that time like CDs for Christian music, and I ring to doors, let's say $20 per day, and just only sell anything, so nothing during the day, and say, I think this is not good for me. I have to go back to work and find another job, and start to, let's say, like for 3 days, visit the stores and do my presentation for my products to the store, and the manager of the store say, no, I don't want it. This product's not sell here. And I end my day and you say, wow, I don't sell any dollar during the day. So I spend my gas, I spend my day, I spend tolls and my foods and everything. So this is hard. Like for a week, if you sell something, so if you sell, let's say you sell something, and like you start 1 day, 2 day, 3 days, or 1 week, $0 per week. It's hard. Yeah, it's not. It's difficult. But when you persist and you stay in your dream, so you're gonna get it. So this is the results I have right now. So this is my experience working hard. And someday I say I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna find another job. So I think it's easy for me because it's easy, to say, oh, I'm gonna quit. Mm-hmm. Like when you start practice a sport, let's say football, soccer, or baseball, mm-hmm. you have to training a lot. But if you coach and say, do it more, and say, no, when you wake up, oh, I'm tired, I'm gonna quit. So I want back to swimming. It's easy for me, something like that. So your choice. But if you persist and stay there and working hard, it's get a great result.
Are there any situations where it is okay to lie to your coworkers or deceive them?
Any what?
Any situation where it's okay to lie to one of your coworkers or your subordinates? Lie to them, yeah. It's our questions about honesty.
So when my
boss would have to lie to a coworker, you ever been in that situation where you had to lie to one of them?
So I have to lie to them or
Yeah. Is there any hay circunstancias donde crees que está bien para decir una mentira a tus trabajadores en la organización?
For me, I think no.
Okay, so if something were to go wrong, whose fault would it be? The leader, the people under the leader, the entire team, and why?
But can you tell me in Spanish?
Sí. Y si algo hubiera ido o algo malo pasado en la compañía, ¿quién sería el culpable? ¿El líder, los people debajo del líder o el entero equipo o todas las personas de parte de la organización entero?
I think the first, it's the leader. Yeah, I think for me, because the leaders have to see what they do every day.
This one's a long one.
Want me to ask it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you this in Spanish.
Okay.
So, ¿qué hace tu organización o tu gentes de tu organización bien especial? ¿Y qué son unos de los beneficios que tú personalmente das a tu equipo menos de un cheque cada semana? Y también, cómo enseñas, o cómo tu compañía enseña gratitud y apreciación a tus trabajadores?
Okay.
Sí, Dios mío.
Well, let me tell this in Spanish. That's okay.
Yes.
Okay. Hay que dar valor a todo el personal, incluso el que limpia el baño, el que limpia el piso en diferentes áreas. Dentro de la compañía trato de empujar a los demás para que puedan lograr sus sueños, sus objetivos, y no solamente con un cheque, puede que lo podemos hacer con un bono, pero no es suficiente, sino ayudarlo a cumplir su sueño, ayudarlo a que logre sus objetivos. Para mí es importante, el valor, el apreciar lo que hace cada persona. So, para mí es importante eso.
That's it. All right.
Yes, all.
Okay.